Nothing too interesting to report today. I've been having ideas for. I'm not pursuing this at all. This is just an idea. I'm still focusing on doing the list, but I still wrote it down, and I don't see a problem talking about it. There was, well, how do I put this? I'm just gonna start over. So, very long back, I got myself a drawing tablet because I wanted to go and do some art more. But as with most things I have been doing, I go and get like motivated to go and do something, and then I realize it's not going to work out due to everything else that happens. And then I go and get upset and I forget about it completely. That's not going to happen with these other things, but something I think is a good skill to have is going and making art because you can go and like not necessarily for like making artworks to sell to people, but I have been wanting to be a writer and I think illustrations would go good with it, or maybe even if I get so good at writing, I could make a graphic novel. If I get good at digital drawing, or I guess physical drawing can work too, but I always wanted to try digital drawing because it seemed like if you can understand it enough, you can go a whole lot faster with all the settings drawing software has to offer. But anyway, I had an idea for a comic, and I wrote the ideas down in my notes so I don't go and forget. Um, yeah, uh, it's about a superhero who I've only just thrown out random ideas, but it's about a superhero who's very, very sad, and he doesn't really want to live anymore. But funny enough, the reason he is a superhero is because he's constantly putting his life in the way for others. Not necessarily because he cares so much about the others, but because he doesn't have a regard for himself. But somehow, no matter what, he always never seems to get the sweet release of death that he wants. He always ends up saving people, so that's why people see him as a superhero. And his name's like Suicide Boy or something. And I thought something interesting. Like I thought about creating kind of this is in the far future. I'm not doing this now because I'm not getting sidetracked. But I thought it'd be a cool concept to create superheroes whose powers are based off of uh, what people call personality disorders, like today, or something like that. I thought like not like literally like, oh, this person like has a disorder and that makes him like this. I just mean like how do I describe it? Okay, so the main character, all right, his whole motive is to die, but no matter what, he doesn't die, and he goes and learns through all these trials on why he should go and stay alive. That's the idea for it. I thought of some interesting villains that are kind of the opposite of him. They don't want to go and die, but they want to inflict pain on others, or maybe themselves. So maybe they're like, maybe imagine like a supervillain that's like a sadomasochist. All right, but that you can see how his motives mirrors the protagonist, which I thought would be kind of cool. And then maybe throw in some like actual superheroes in there. Superheroes who do have powers, but also who are like limited either by some personality trait or something they've seen in their life, or a trauma as some people call it, or the opposite that like boosts their powers crazy. I also had a cool idea for the art style. But I wrote this down. I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it would be a cool idea to, even though it would be a superhero book, I guess the purpose of it, the main idea for the reader to understand would just to be on why it's alright to be alive. Yeah, that was the idea for it. I didn't get work done with anything else today. There wasn't any Wi-Fi at work. I was focused on something else, but I should have. I didn't have much time, but I still had time. I should have done better. I'll go and start ordering stuff tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go and do. Nothing else to say today, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure.